say a lot.
Recording in progress.
Again.
Now ready.
Now we're ready. So I heard you say a lot, I'm done fighting these people, I'm done fighting against them, and then you just let go.
Trial.
Yeah.
I tend to do that too, and just now on stage, preparing the raffle, when you said, why do you want to add value and have 3 prizes than just 1?
Trial.
I ask you, well, you need to give me a tool how to fight against everybody who has the point of view. We have to have at least 3 to ramp up that, excitement and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like, that's a conclusion that's what it takes to wrap up excitement. Go on, Dean.
No, well, I want to add something after a different perspective of the same conversation.
No, but you just said when I left the stage, it's not bad to have people fight you. And that's what I would like you to talk about. Because you mentioned a lot, I'm done fighting these people.
Okay,
so you just
now
let go.
I guess I will mention that part now.
Trial.
Okay, so, try to remember. Okay, so David, Gary made a comment about, Gary gave David a wedgie while he was up here about, he's a value-added sort of guy who...
Value-added asshole.
Yeah.
Trial.
Yeah, that sort of guy.
And I love your intensity, Gary, because that caught my attention.
Yes. So value-added asshole, meaning he always thinks he needs to add more things to make something valuable enough so people will buy it.
Yeah.
Trial.
Like,
He calls it creating enthusiasm. I don't see that.
but, so like the raffle as an example. Let's add more prizes, blah. Look at the value-added asshole point of view.
Trial.
What I wanted to bring up about it, that, because you said the thing about when they fight, you want to get them to fight so you create more. Well,
I said that.
Trial.
He said that.
I didn't
How do I
want to
put
fight
up with
them.
all these people fighting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wanted to avoid the fight. But did you notice when he said value-added asshole, what did you do?
I
Fought.
justified.
Yeah, you fought.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yes.
Yeah. And what I saw and what I've seen, because I've done that so many times with Gary, okay? So many times. We all have. You just don't get to acknowledge it the way I do, because I live with the guy, okay? So I get to see it so many times where he's saying this, he's got a perspective he's looking from, and you're looking from over here, defending the point of view by fighting
For the rightness of your point of view.
So you're sitting over here, rather than, what do you mean, Gary? In other words, rather than recognizing that this is one person on the planet that will, he's not perfect, okay? And this is, I think, where we try to
Yes, I am. I'm perfect.
He's perfectly him.
I'm a perfect asshole.
He's a perfect asshole. He's perfectly him, a perfect asshole him. Like, right? Okay. So to that extent, he's fucking perfect. And but the thing is, he will always, and this is unheard of, doesn't exist. Always look for what will create greater for everyone.
For everyone.
And we will go, because your point of view, based on all your points of view, is I need to add this and do this, and these people fight and all this. Like, you have all your reasons and justifications. But in the presence of somebody saying, value-added asshole, we don't go, what do you mean? Or you did kind of, you said, I want to ask you about this.
Yeah.
But then the energy initially was, I don't want to ask you about, I want to say I'm asking about this, but really, hello, fuck you.
You know what that is? It's that constantly being accused of having something done wrong. It's like an autopilot.
Yeah, well, why would you let the autopilot glue you into the structure of this reality, the ship of this reality?
And even going to, and because I've done it all the time, like I'm fucking king of exactly what you just did. You know what that is? Well, you know what that was? Your reason and justification. For what you just chose, which cuts off your balls. Unfortunately.
He doesn't need them.
Okay? And I say that from being somebody who
Trial.
looked for the reason and justification for everything all the time. And even when it would be like, I'd go, well, when I was little,
Trial.
that. And
Thank you.
And I'm saying this for us, for a freedom for
Trial.
us, not trying to make you wrong for going there, especially when I've gone there most of my fucking life.
Trial.
And I've had Gary try to get me to see that me justifying why I chose something is me justifying staying limited.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then also
Trial.
that fight. When something is, you gotta also realize what's going on with him.
Trial.
And most of the time with me at this point is way different than what goes on with most people. In other words, but that doesn't even matter. If you'll go to, instead of fight and defense, if you go to question, what do you mean? Because even the person that's trying to make you
Trial.
wrong or whatever, if you go, what do you mean? Well,
They
then
have
they
to
have
change.
to defend their point of view or change.
That is gold.
Trial.
That is
Thank you.
gold, and you will not take it up.
What do
'cause
you mean by
have to
that,
have some
Gary?
kind of added value for it.
I like where we froze on
Trial.
screen. I froze like this.
You frozen?
I looked like somebody with a gun in his hand. On my screen, I'm
Trial.
frozen. Are we?
But that also means when you be that question, what do you mean? That cannot. Is
You melt the structure.
melt-
You melt
and
Melt
also
the
the
structure. See, it's like you melt out of the structure of this reality when you are willing to
Trial.
have, what do you mean by that, as a reality? You know, all my life, people have told me you can't do business that way. I go, okay, I do it.
Trial.
And they go, you can't do that. That's not going to work. Okay, I do it, and it works. And they go, how did you make that work? So I go,
Trial.
and I went, because I didn't buy the point of view that it couldn't work. I asked the question, what's possible here? Is it going to work exactly the way I
Trial.
would like it to? Not necessarily, but it's going to work.
Or it won't work.
Yeah.
See,
And if it doesn't work, I'll change it.
Trial.
Where you, and having to defend your work, get no other choice.
but not only, so you and having to
Trial.
defend your work get no other choice. If we look at that, I'll just let that settle. And I want to also point out that
Trial. Trial.
in listening to Gary talk, you would think that everything he chooses works.
Mostly it does.
Well,
Trial.
most of it, but even the idea of works is a judgmental fallacy, basically. It's a
Trial.
fallacy of judgment, fallacy based on judgment.
Yeah.
Because works means it will work. Like, I'm not
Trial.
stopping, therefore it's going to work, period. It works. But like, he'll talk about the $1,000 thing that he sold for $20,000. He won't talk to you about the $50,000 thing that he bought that's now worth $8,000. Why?
Trial.
Where is that?
I don't know. I've seen all kinds of things that you've spent money on that are not necessarily worth more.
Trial.
Oh, yeah, there are things that I don't usually lose money.
And,
You know, it's like I've only bought 3 things in my life that I've lost money on.
okay,
Trial.
I disagree with that.
Okay, what else?
Well, there's lots of things in Australia that are sitting in storage and whatever that are maybe, that's probably true.
Trial.
But even that, see, this is, but this is not like, what I'm trying to get to is a whole different reality. In other words, Gary doesn't look at, like he said, 3 things in his
Trial.
life he's bought that he's lost money on.
Yeah,
Well, okay, maybe antiques, but we spent millions of dollars doing Shunka that is worth not that much because of COVID and
Trial.
being overcharged and all that sort of stuff. So, this is my point is, and I'm saying this because I've been doing it my whole life, right? And it's so much work and so
Trial.
not fun and so not creative. Also the reason I'm bringing it up is because there's so many times where I've had a separation or a judgment or a weird energy with Gary, and
Trial.
you know, we all know about me, Gary, and money. I should write a fucking book. Me, Gary, and money.
That's a really good idea.
You know, a wanderer's tale to possibilities. Somebody write that down. Okay.
Trial.
But, and this is the reason I'm bringing this up, because so many things. So there are things that he's done where we've
Trial.
quote unquote lost money, but and it doesn't fucking matter. Like, it's totally fucking
Trial.
irrelevant. And what I see that I have been doing, and I see a lot of us doing, is trying to have this perfection of everything we choose and everything we do. And one of the other things I looked at with Gary
Trial.
is he'll make these choices at different things. Like, he's made hundreds of thousands of choices with El Lugar, hundreds of thousands of choices with the castle. Choice after
Trial.
choice after choice after choice after choice after choice. Have all of them worked? No. Then does he do something different? Yes.
Okay.
In other words, have all of them gone from this choice? Yes. Oh, perfection.
Perfection. No.
Good job, Gary. Made
Trial.
another perfect choice. Oh, this one, perfection. No. He's made hundreds of thousands of choices, though, but look at how many times, if I may say for myself, how many times I've judged him, quote unquote, or thought I was. How many times, and that sounds like, ooh,
Trial.
bad, Dane, whatever. But I'm willing to recognize this energy in myself where rather than looking and going, dude,
Trial.
you're fucking choosing. So what I'm trying to get is
Trial.
what I'm trying to express is this awareness of he doesn't make himself wrong when he chooses.
Trial.
He will always look, I bought this and it makes more money. Everything I've ever done. You know, yeah.
Well, ultimately, it does.
And that's
Okay.
the other thing, is ultimately it does.
Trial.
Because it's not one thing. It's
Because no one thing determines everything in life.
and not only that,
Trial.
it's about the future you're creating. Like, if you look at this ranch, this is a fucking expensive
Trial.
motherfucking place by standards of people who have roughly the amount of money we've had, and and hello, I would like this to be like a drop in the fucking bucket, but it's expensive as fuck running this
Trial.
place. It's expensive as fuck putting money into El Lugar. It's expensive as fuck putting money into the castle and paying
I
for
don't
all
think
these
it's that
hundreds of
expensive.
horses that we
Trial.
have. Why do we have those? Well, guess what? All of this is creating a future that is not seeable.
It's
that is-
part of the future as I see it. Okay?
which
When people
Trial.
come to Costa Rica, they're going to want to buy a Costa or Sensory horse. Where are they going to find one?
here.
You know?
Trial.
It's like, why are they going to want one? Because once you ride one, you kind of go, duh,
Trial.
you're ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of like when you shoot my guns, you're like, oh,
yeah.
I guess I can't buy a Glock. All right, sorry. Okay, but
Yeah.
it's a similar, but
It's the
also,
same thing, but you look at your future from a different direction than I do. That's all.
You mean
That's
me
all.
or everybody?
You.
Yeah, but
But each one of us needs to look at our future from a different point of view.
I desire the best of both now.
Yeah.
It's like, because I'm way more like you, which is scary as fuck to say.
Trial.
Yeah, he was trying not to be like me.
I'm fucking weird, man. I thought I was, like, I was an acceptable level of weird-ish mostly before, you know, but fucking now, bro.
With all those guns, you are definitely there.
And the thing is, it gets more glorious the more I melt and embrace
Trial.
it. But the reason I'm pointing this out is because this is so different. I've been walking with it for 23 years, and
Trial.
I have resisted so many times, so many things, based on my defending being the value-added asshole. Not the value-added asshole, but based on me defending that all of these things that were
Trial.
mostly not my points of view were my reality. I needed to defend them. I needed to show him how I was right. But most of that silently, sometimes verbally. But in looking at
Trial.
all of these choices that he's made, and sometimes, like, if you're working with the project, you look at it and go, fuck, I hate when he does this. 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 But he's
Trial.
choosing, and what I was looking at was he's choosing the best fucking choice that he has available. And I look, and what I did so many times, I put myself in his shoes. I'm like, okay, if I were him,
Trial.
I were dealing with this and this and this, what would I choose? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, the fact that he made a choice out of this fucking solid piece of shit, it's a fucking miracle. Fucking
Thank you.
Trial.
Jesus, man.
Now, I double dog challenge all of you. Double dog challenge.
Double dog
Trial.
dare you.
Double dog dare you to match me.
Fuck that, I'm out creating you.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Trial.
And that, like, there was one other element to
Trial.
that I wanted to say that I think I forgot.
Trial.
Well, let me just add that if we have this and don't resist it, what we are
Trial.
no longer resisting is our beyond this reality, beyond the structure of the ship, beyond the ship capacity,
Trial.
beyond the ship willingness to be, the willingness to choose and be wrong but not make ourselves wrong, the willingness to
Trial.
encompassingly, overarchingly, rather than see ourselves as fundamentally somehow wrong,
Trial.
to do what Gary does and see himself as somehow fundamentally right.
I
Not
don't see
from
myself
right and
as
wrong,
right.
though.
I never see myself as right. It's like, is this choice going to create the future I want to see? That's where I function
Trial.
from. Not this makes me right. Not I did this right. Not this was the right thing. I mean, I bought a carriage, which I just sent down
Trial.
to El Lugar. Then, it's like we didn't have any horses that matched it, so we had to buy some new horses. So I bought some Costa Ricenses so they'd have high hooking
Trial.
and good looking, because this carriage is like white with green interior, and it's just awesome.
Trial.
And now we're going to have to train them, and Cody's going to go down to train them. Did I anticipate on paying Cody to go down there and do it? No, but I'm going to have to.
Trial.
Is that money I hadn't planned on spending? Yes, but what will it create? I don't know, other than it will create something fabulous.
And also, there's not one choice I've ever seen him make. If we're gonna freeze, I wanna
Trial.
freeze in a better position.
Thank you, Hugo. Yes, I know we're frozen.
Recording in progress.
Trial.
And we're back.
I think we're back. Can you
We
hear
back?
us?
Are we forward?
Hugo,
Now
can
we
you
are.
hear us?
Yes.
Trial.
Thank you.
So, the other thing, Gary talked about buying a carriage for down there. And, I mean, even that
Trial.
awareness,
I bought it
little unique.
5 years ago.
When
5
we were
years
like-
ago, I bought this carriage.
When we're like, why are you
Trial.
buying a carriage? And then when he bought 3, we're like, why are you buying 3 carriages?
Trial.
And I have 5 more in containers over there.
So, but he was talking about buying it, and then he bought some Costa Ricense horses that
Trial.
needed to, and now they need to be trained, so he's sending Cody down there. That's an expense. Was he planning on it? No, but that's what needs to be done to
Trial.
handle the thing. And the other point I was making is he never makes a choice based on the money.
No. Because one of the things I realized, you guys have a tendency to make money the valuable
Trial.
product, which
Oh my
means
God.
that's the one that stops your life.
That's the same,
That's melting you into the structure of this reality.
that lets the structure,
Yeah,
wow, it's
control
like,
you.
come to me. But I also realized
Trial.
that thing about making money the source, the what?
Yeah, the source of your life, the
thing-
valuable product of your life.
The valuable product, where I was saying, hey, let's kill the machine, it's a similar thing.
Yeah,
It's like, let's
Trial.
kill the machine, meaning, oh, the machine is the thing that
has
is
the
the
power.
source, that has the power. So if I can kill
Trial.
that, then. Okay, everything that is, times a gazillion.
right and wrong, good and bad,
Trial.
pot and pock, all 9, shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Okay. What else, David?
Just thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That conversation, that
Trial.
Yeah.
it will work doesn't mean that it will literally work as planned.
It's perfect. It
That
doesn't mean it's
is-
going to be perfect. I mean, the castle will work. The castle is working.
Trial.
Is it going as perfectly as I would like it to? No. What does it matter? No. It is a unique place existent on the earth that's never been here before.
Trial.
It is someplace that has magical effects on people that stay there,
Just like El Lugar.
Trial.
just like El Lugar
Just
will.
like this place.
And just like the ranch does. You know, and the ranch,
Trial.
we paid 800,000 or something for this. 700,000, I don't know, something.
Yeah, 770. I think.
Trial.
770.
Or maybe
Okay.
that's the acres. Anyway, I digress.
I don't know. But it's like, at any rate, we paid the amount we did for this.
Trial.
And it's like, and our realtor says it's now worth 2.4. Okay, good. And then we bought the house across the street for too much money
Trial.
because
Remember
I
that?
realized I'd made a mistake.
Remember how upset you were about how much we were paying? Remember
Let's
how-
call it a we day.
Remember, no, I was going to also say, remember how upset I was about how much we were paying?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Trial.
But you do get you. Did he tell you what the bank appraised it for?
400,
300, but more than you paid for it, so it wasn't overpaid.
right.
Trial.
And then we overpaid to have it renovated, so it's beautiful and up to our standards. But then
Up
the
to our
realtor,
standards. Yeah.
the realtor said that, I like
She
that they're
could
our
get-
standards now, not yours. That's good. Yeah, the realtor said that, I don't know about what she could get, but she said the price, the value of our property, because the junk heap is gone and the way that place looks has gone up at least 10,
Trial.
if not 20%.
Yeah.
This is the first thing I noticed when I drove here this time. That
Right?
it's like
Trial.
entering this, high-end luxury area of
Yeah.
Yep.
Libreville.
It is not
Trial.
what we thought it was. Truly, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be.
And nothing is the
Nothing.
opposite of what it appears to be is the way I live my life.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And always, what
Trial.
will this create? Not how much money am I going to have to spend? Is it too much? Is it too little? Is it, whatever.
Trial.
I don't look to money to determine anything anymore.
Anything.
And I used to. I used to a lot.
Trial.
Really?
Yeah.
Say more.
I was pretty much like you. I thought I had to do it right and I had to get it
Trial.
right, or I was going to, become bankrupt.
Trial.
Wow. And then you lived with Pat, who spent all the money.
Yeah, she spent all the money on clothes and things, and she knew the right way to spend, and I knew the wrong way to spend. And she was good with real estate, and I wasn't. And she was good with everything, and I wasn't. And she was good with everything monetarily, and I wasn't.
And you learned that it wasn't about the money
Trial.
and you could do it
Yeah,
in your way.
yeah. But I'm willing to change anything on a dime.
Trial.
Other people are not.
True
When you make
fucking
money
story.
relevant, what you do is you make it that you must make money and that everything is about the money and that I need this for the money.
Trial.
I don't need anything. I don't do anything for money.
Can I just add that access would not be where it is today if you chose from the old reality of money.
Trial.
Like
Yeah.
when I look at when you guys first came to Australia, you weren't fucking making money.
True story.
It was, but what was being created
Trial.
matched the energy of what
Yeah.
you were asking for.
Yeah,
When we first went to Italy,
yeah.
oh my God, like sharing an Airbnb in a bathroom and
Trial.
like the,
Yeah. It was so
Oh.
much fun. Not.
but it was actually fun to create what we
It was
know.
fun
Fuck
creating
yeah.
and we actually
Possible.
had a good time because of it, not
Trial.
because of the events or whatever, And it's not about staying in a high-end hotel. It's not about traveling on a private jet. It's not any of that. All of those things are great, and I love them. But
Trial.
I'm not willing to live, in somebody's house anymore. I mean, I used to go
Trial.
to houses, people's houses, and they would say, "Oh, this is your bedroom." I go, "Okay, cool." And I'd make up the bed the best I could to look like what they had it as.
Trial.
Then I'd go take a shower and the lady would come in and remake the bed. And I went, oh, I can't do this. If they have to have it a
Trial.
particular way, my point of view is when somebody comes to stay, I don't expect them to get it my way. And I don't expect the room to
Trial.
look my way. I expect it to be whatever it is for them. And that's the way it should be, as far as I'm concerned. That is, to me, polite and manners.
And for
Trial.
me, if somebody comes to stay, I truly hope they enjoy their hotel room.
Yeah. Which is not a bad point of view.
Trial.
So look at this. We were staying in people's houses. That's where we started. We were staying in people's houses. We were flying economy around the world. We stayed in, let's see, the Travelodge. We stayed in the YMCA. We stayed in.
We didn't
yeah.
stay in the YMCA. We got
Didn't
booked
we?
into the YMCA, and I went, no. And we went down the street to the Travelodge,
Yeah.
which was a smaller room.
Trial.
But it was not the YMCA.
Yeah. But not nearly as low class
You
as the
see,
YMCA.
we had standards. We weren't staying at the YMCA. We went to the Travelodge. And Travelodge is different in Australia, by the way.
By the way.
In the United
Trial.
States, you get a room that you can actually unpack your suitcases in. In Australia,
In Sydney.
in
Sydney.
Sydney,
Yeah. It was like, it's like literally the room had
Trial.
2 queen-size beds in it, and it was the size of this stage. Yeah. It was not fun.
And I also freely
Trial.
acknowledge, like Simone, dynamically access would not be around the world.
Yeah.
Access would not be what it is, the movement and the future.
Trial.
If he were doing things according to anything else. According to this reality, according to prophet. Yeah, according to this reality's version of prophet.
Yeah.
God.
Trial.
Like there's no way, because it would have been way too linear.
And I couldn't do it linear. You know, no form, no structure, no significance. You know, talking about the doorway in my body on that picture.
Trial.
It would have been way too significant, so I couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Won't do it. You'll hear it here. You'll never hear it again.
Also, his thing about, okay, we are not making this
Trial.
available to anybody.
Yeah.
We are not selling it. We are not doing recordings. And if you were on, you were on. And if you're not, bye-bye.
Yeah.
You see the energy,
Trial.
what that contributed to creating somehow.
And
but that's
see how
another one
many
of
of you
those.
can choose from a different place now as a result of that.
That's another one of those, like he
Trial.
doesn't walk blindly into the next moment.
No.
He doesn't walk from autopilot from moment to moment. It's not like, oh, I'm doing class, therefore we do this. It's always, if there's another ping of possibility,
Trial.
it's always, okay, what? Okay, yeah, let's make this not available to people,
Trial.
you know? And it had that sense
Well,
of
it's like a whole lot of people don't come to classes that I do, quote unquote, that are different because they figure it'll be for sale later, and if we make it a prereq, then they'll do it.
wow.
You know,
Yeah, this is a prereq for your fucking future.
Trial.
it's a prereq for your future, but it's not a prereq for access.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Trial.
So we have Safa,
Nope, collude.
Khalud.
Hi guys,
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
thank you so much. I don't want today to finish, but what else is
Ciao.
possible? Okay, my question is, Gary, there is the 2% of species you don't want
Ciao.
you used to don't talk about.
Yeah.
It's takis. Who are they?
I'm not talking about it.
Also,
Gary, I
if you-
thought
Sorry.
this is the
if
class.
you've heard the Golden Planet story, that's what you require.
Yes, yes.
Okay. You're not one
Thank you.
unless you hate sex and don't like the
Trial.
taste or smells of bodies.
I hate sex, yes, but I love smell of bodies.
Yeah, so
Especially
you're
my
not
kids.
one, sorry.
Okay,
And it's 1%,
okay.
it's not
Thank
2%.
you.
Okay?
Trial.
Go. All right,
Thank you.
next question.
Thank you.
Safa, and this will be our last question for today.
Trial.
Yes, darling.
Hi. I want to thank you so much for this fucking great class.
Thank you.
Like my
Trial.
my 2 years journey with Access Consciousness, if it brought me until to this class for me, it's more than enough. It's really amazing
Trial.
hearing you both sharing with us this starting point, this vulnerability that you presented
Trial.
through these 5 days. I am very overwhelmed, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And
Thank
I want
you.
to tell you that, thank you.
Trial.
After the first day where you facilitated me, I had like 2 weird days.
Trial.
And starting the third day, my body is completely changing.
Sorry.
Trial.
And it's like something is newly created in my body, and
Okay.
I feel
Can I say
sensation.
something here?
Trial.
Okay, please, all of you, get that you have to create your bodies now. You cannot go on automatic pilot. You cannot assume that your
Trial.
autonomic nervous system is correct, and you cannot assume that you just can go along and everything's going to be fine and you can eat the same way and do the same way. You have to listen to your body different. Okay, please.
Trial.
Thank you. Go on.
So I have this sensation of serenity, that I maybe never
Station of what?
felt.
Oh,
Trial.
serenity.
Yeah,
You
that's
said
you.
searing teeth.
It's like,
I'm mixing
right,
French
right,
with
Trial.
English.
no worries.
So this connection with my body. Thank you for telling me that I need to recreate my body. Is there any special tools that I need to concentrate this time?
Trial.
Yeah. Question. Special
Yeah,
tool as
oh my
question.
God.
Okay, body, what do you want? What do you want to eat? Who do you want to eat? What
Trial.
what's going to work for you, body? Not what do I need to do? Oh my God, I got to do this. See, I loved it. Recently, I went to a guy because I know I'm recreating my body in a different way, and I had to be different. And he said, "Here, you have to do this," and I went, "Oh, okay." And I tried to look at it, and it was a whole set of detox things. Well, I read the whole format of what he was sending me. The stuff didn't come for 3 or 4 more days.
Trial.
And during that time, my body was doing it, was detoxing. And I'm going, what the fuck? I went, oh, do we need supplements to detox? Or can we look at how a detox is going to occur
Trial.
or what's going to happen, and our bodies will automatically do it? If you're going to ask your body to detox, it will.
Trial.
Yeah, you don't have
Actually,
to do, colon cleanse.
Overeating these days. Asking to eat all the time. I spend my
Trial.
day and night eating.
Yes, is that yours? Or do you pick up on all the
Trial.
people who think that they can't live without eating? Do you live around any heavy-set people?
Yes.
Trial.
Are they people who eat too much all the time?
Yes, and
How
they
much of that is you feeling their needs,
Trial.
being aware of their needs?
pounds.
So your body doesn't need to eat it, but it can take the energy that they have if you want.
Trial.
The energy that they have, if I want, can you just
Trial.
say more about that?
Yeah, it's like, what if you just took that energy? See, one of the things I did, I was starving to death and I thought I needed some sugar, and I
Trial.
walked into a bakery in Solvang. Solvang is a little town that's a Danish sugar factory outside of Santa Barbara. And I walked in and I took 3
Trial.
deep whiffs. Oh my God, that sugar feels so good. What do I want? Body, what do you want? Nothing, I'm fine. I went, what? I'm fine? Did you just take in all the sugar you needed by
Trial.
smelling it? Yes. And that's when I discovered my body can take in anything by just taking a whiff.
Wow.
Trial.
Makes
Can we
life
do that
easier.
as-
Breathe it in.
Andrew, you're being
Trial.
nasty. He's being a dirty boy. And that works, actually. Okay,
Thank you so
Trial.
much. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all, everybody. This has been amazing.
Fuck yeah. Diva, the revolution, motherfuckers!
Woo! Yeah! We've all through that door now.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Trial.